brainstorm we had on the 29th of April last year, that as of that moment, with the working group, who did a marvelous job with support from all kinds of other people working with MSF in India and abroad, that we have managed to organize a General Assembly where we have managed to gather around 150, I think, people who have now become members.
This is the first General Assembly of the MSF India South Asian Regional Association. So I think we should be very proud and very happy, and we have a very exciting agenda with many different topics. I'm sure there will be issues for clarifications, for questions, but we go with the day and we're looking forward to debate, to engage and to learn from each other.
The association in MSF is quite different from the associations that you would see in other organizations. Basically, the association actually influences the strategies that MSF takes in working in the world, and therefore the associative side of MSF is very, very important.
In the first working group meeting on July 2012, we discussed how can we take forward this new associative platform in the region, also in India in the different projects. So that the committee, the working group came up with the idea of doing an introductory workshop in each project or in the region, so that first of all the biggest need what we understood was to make our staff, our volunteers working in the field, what is the association and what is the executive, how these two interacts, what is the platform, how this platform of debate can be utilized within this new association. We also did the first regional workshop in Dhaka 2 weeks back on 25th of February. So that's why we have people from Dhaka. We have enrollment of 154 new members in India South Asia Regional Association, with both national and international.
Sometimes I explain a bit the associative setup from MSF to other people by using an example which is perhaps not the best one, because it's a political one, and Médecins Sans Frontières is a non-political organization, but nevertheless we are also democratic as a democratic country, and in that sense the association you can compare with the parliament, and the executive you can compare with the government.
Okay, we move on to what I think always is one of the highlights of any AGM wherever you go all over the world, and that's the presentation of the candidates.
We're suggesting when you vote, just for the interests of making it easier on the elections committee when we're counting the ballots, if you can try and keep that spread in mind, that we're trying to aim for a minimum of 1/3 international experience and a minimum of 1/3 medical experience. We also have had the option today, just to let you know, for electronic and proxy voting. We have an independent company that is monitoring, called SafeVote. They're monitoring our election. Also, some members who aren't physically here may have given their vote to a member who is physically here by proxy. There was also a proxy form that was circulated that would have to be signed by the individual who is giving their vote over. Those can also be submitted, or should have already been submitted upon your registration, to the Elections Committee. If you still have a proxy form, please give it to Elema or myself or Manju or Ganesh. Voting is officially open.
The General Assembly, the motions are very important because these motions come from the experience of the people, and also it has a legitimization in this forum where the larger audience who can come forward and give. Of course, we debate, we present, we debate, and then at some point the consents have been need to be arrived. So in this GA, we got the approval of all the members for the membership criteria. That's one motion, and secondly, there was also discussion on the what should be the name of this new entity, the new association region.
There was a lot of discussion about what should be the name of the new association or regional association. So therefore, in the last newsletter, which was the first newsletter called NISA, we actually asked the readers in the region also as well as in India in the different projects where we sent around this newsletter, gave options of different names like MSF India, MSF South Asia, MSF India South Asia, and MSF South Asia Regional Association. The first GA is the right platform to take the decision. So we open the floor.
Actually, that if we wanted to have this representation of the South Asia region, so it would be good that everybody, the feel that it is our association, not the particular like the country's association.
In the South Asian group of countries, obviously the most influential voice is India. So I really don't get the logic of why have to put India in there. And I think it's kind of a bit divisive and it might marginalize those other countries.
From an HR perspective, I'll tell you is because HR keeps on coming again and again. So for most of you to know, if we have around 150 people in our pool, it would be interesting for you to know that only 40% of that comes from India. So the 60% comes from the region. So that is something also we have to keep into consideration.
Okay, after we had a lot of dialogue about the name, now we have this new proposal. So yeah, the new one is MSF South Asia.
So congratulations, and this is how it goes with motions, and it does not always go so smoothly. The motion to the board from the 2013 MSF South Asia General Assembly, that's you. MSF South Asia moves that the informal board commits to adhere to international standards in safeguarding the unique roles of the associative and executive dimensions of MSF. And I think we need to count, so please raise your hand high. In favor, 4. 51 for, 1 against, 2 abstentions. Ladies and gentlemen, the motion is accepted. The last step is to announce exactly who has been elected in the informal board of MSF South Asia.
Considering the amounts of votes cast, it's really impressive.
Here goes the first one. Get your hands ready to clap.
I'm full confident that these coming board members can bring the association further to, at the end, to apply for an official registration as association.
I think the new working groups can learn a lot from the other associations. They're 1 or 2 years ahead of us, some a little bit more. So I think this association should be in contact with the South Africa Association, with the Brazil, with the Latin America Association, learn from them, because I think there will be a lot of commonality. There will be some things that will be unique to South Asia.
I wish them a lot of luck in setting up the new association. I hope they'll manage to set up within the next year, hopefully, a full-fledged association that will be able to be accepted by the international movement. And wherever we can support, love to support.
I'm selected for the regional representation from the Nepal. Right now there is no any operation, but still there are some agendas that I can concrete those things during my working group.
Priorities remain that we should continue working with the same sort of passion that we all have been working before this election even happened, and continue to persevere with the same intensity.
We have been working in this region for decades, but now only we are getting into the time that we can voice ourselves. We can tell what we would like to see in MSF, how our population and our patients want things to be done for them.
It's a massive day. This is a regional association for South Asia. It's a massive day for the people in India, but also in the region, to come together, to congregate, to associate, to debate, and to bring the ideas and to bring the spirit and the energy of this region into the movement of MSF. It's also a big day for MSF, because this is the first time that an informal, even informal, but a General Assembly in this region was held, and the people here have clearly indicated that they want to be part of the MSF movement, and they want to influence the MSF movement with their ideas, with their suggestions and recommendations. And that will make MSF a better and a more global organization that will be able to work in the places where we need to be with the influence of the people from this region.
So I think this day, 9th of March of 2013, will go in the history books of MSF India. Still, of course, we did not come this far without the work of many people in the sort of working group, the association, and there's still a long road ahead. But I think people can feel proud about everything that's been achieved, and now it's up to the informal board to carry it forward.